Series. We're glad to be back in Charlotte on the Redman Tour, as the top pullers in America will be competing this evening for the National Point Championship. We'll be back in just a moment. Now, this is the way they walk in North Carolina. No. That's Raleigh. Oh, this is Charlotte. You want to see how Charlotte, North Carolina, this is the way you walked in the building tonight. You ready? Saturday night, Charlotte, North Carolina. Here we go. That's right. Having fun. Getting in that building. All right. Little Chuck Berry there. Looking good. Back to the action now, ladies and gentlemen, as the awesome four-wheel drives come to do battle in Charlotte, North Carolina. You look on the far side of the arena, you got Kentucky, Florida, Kentucky again, another Florida truck, Virginia, North Carolina ×2, Ohio. They are from all over the country. The first one comes to life on the Redman Tour. Who's it going to be? Setting the pace as the modified 4x4 will be the first class to go to the sled in Charlotte. Ladies and gentlemen, out of West Palm Beach, Florida, the Killer Ford, Charlie Lowe. How about it, Ford people? F-O-R-D, the Killer Ford. Lowe backs out. Charlie Lowe, we thought he developed the name of the truck from Jerry Lee Lewis, right? The Killer, rock and roll fame. That's not the case. He owns a slaughterhouse down in South Florida. That's where the name of the truck came from. He, along with the Outlaw Ford, will be out in just a moment, dominated the circuit out in Salt Lake City about a month ago. First shot in the modified 4x4 division will be out of the Ford camp. Takes a pull, 159.63. Charlie Lowe out of West Palm Beach, Florida, takes the first shot with a Mountain Motor Ford. Charlie, the sled's official. What do you think it's going to take to win tonight?
I don't know. The track might get better.
All right, we're going to find out a little bit later. Charlie Lowe finishing his shot all the way up from Florida. What goes to the sled? What is it? Chevrolet! This young man, currently your national points leader, is your defending national champion out of North Carolina in a Chevrolet. Greg Cook, Wild Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Cook just put the Chevrolet in the #1 spot at a 162. I'll tell you what, Greg, you're currently leading the national points. Is this going to be good enough to hang on to a win here tonight?
I hope it does. The track may change, vary a little bit, but I don't know if it'll hold up or not. We'll just have to wait and see.
I was noticing last night everybody went out of the middle. Tonight you took a shot over to the left side of the track. Any specific reason for that?
Yeah, last night the right-hand side of the track tended to be a little wet, and I think most people stay away from there tonight.
Okay, well, Chevrolet people, this man put you in the lead. Let's get on with the Redman Tour. How about it, Chevrolet people? Let's go. Let's get into it right off the start. Chevrolet comes out. Gone Banana, big block Chevrolet, 1982-83 National High Point Champion in the 5,800-pound modified truck division. Working the left side of the track. Green light flashing on the sled. Cindy Chevrolet making it possible. Ladies and gentlemen, James Hamilton, another Chevrolet, another new leader. 163.96. Well, James, you worked the left side. We noticed Cook went to the left side. It worked for him. You went into his tracks. How come everybody's working off the left tonight?
I don't know. I try to split Cook's tracks, what I try to do.
Do you think that the 163 is going to hold on, or will the track get better as the pull goes on?
No, there's a lot of good trucks back there yet.
We're going to find out. So, Chevrolet people, you're giving them the old 1-2 punch. You're setting 1 and 2. Let's see what's going to happen. 162.46. Puts him in the number 3 spot. So we've got another big bear waiting on the starting line, a crowd pleaser. Thomas Carneal, a tremendous young man, traveled to the national circuit with us. He is your pending TNT winter point champion, the crowd pleaser Chevrolet. How about it, Chevrolet people? You still believe we got a GMC out there we got to get a hold of? The Chevrolet 1, 2, and 3. Here's your new leader right here with the crowd pleaser. Thomas, we noticed you were working a groove just like Russell DeForest in front of you. You're about 4 feet out on everybody. You think it's going to last for you?
No, I think the groove is going to get a little better as the class progresses, but I hope it doesn't.
Good enough. Chevrolet people, 1, 2, 3 is where you're sitting right now in Charlotte, North Carolina. You're going to catch Carneal now is you must also make a full pull and come back and get him in a pull-off. We'll be back to all the 4x4 action in just a moment as the next truck comes alive. In America, Jim Lyons. If you ever bought a pair of high-dollar fashion clothes jeans, these are the guys that make them. On the week, they make the high-dollar breeches. On the weekend, they go out and pull with a truck called Stitches. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Lyons out of Louisville, Kentucky. He will pull the trigger on you. Runs what they call a Rodak engine. A 162.09. 162.09 for the Bluegrass native. Your leader officially, Chevrolet with a full pull. GMC took a shot. Yellow Beaver, 1988. Chevrolet, ladies and gentlemen. The heartbeat of America. Back into the sled. Beautiful candy pearl yellow paint. Randy McConnell doing the driving. Trying to bump off Thomas Carneal, the only puller in a Chevrolet with a full pull in Charlotte, North Carolina.
.68 feet. Far off, not nearly enough to bump Thomas Carneal. Randy appeared to have too much weight on his front end.
We're down to the final 3 in the class. They are still shooting for Thomas Carneal. 3 more can put him away. They're going to come after him right now. This one being a Dodge. The next 2 show the Chevrolet camp. It'll be Risky Business and the 3 Bears pulling team. But right now, we go to the starting line to check on the Enterprise Dodge out of Canton, Ohio.
The same mistake. Too much front end weight. Only 154.19 feet. Thomas Carneal should feel mighty good right now. Only 2 to go.
There are only 2 more bullets left that can bump off Thomas Carneal. One of them is best friend Carl Staples with a truck that goes by the name of Risky Business. One of the main parts of the sport is what's going on right now. Now, the fellow that just went out to help him is the fellow he's trying to beat. Your best of friends till you hook to the sled. He spotted the sled on the left side of the track. The leader came out of the middle. Where you spot that sled is so important in this sport. You have 170 feet to pull. So far, a 167 is the best shot we made tonight. That being the young man that is helping this gentleman right here. So we're going to wait and see Carl Staples ready for his shot. He went a 161. That's a good shot. A 161.32. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to 1 more to go. It'll be the 3 Bears pulling team out of Virginia. Robert Smith is going after another Virginia puller. It's going to be a Chevrolet in the winner's circle in Charlotte, North Carolina. Which one will it be, the crowd pleaser or the Three Bears pulling team?
Way short. Thomas Carneal wins in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Carneal put the Chevrolets 1, 2, and 3 to right here with the crowd pleaser.
Thomas Carneal with the crowd pleaser puts the sprinkles on the ice cream and has the only full bull tonight in the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Chevrolet people, 1, 2, 3 is where you're sitting right now in Charlotte, North Carolina.
The Summer Point Circuit of the Redman TNT All-American Pulling Series kicks off this month with a double dose of pulling and monster truck racing, April 8th and 9th at Nashville Motor Speedway. The Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge invades the Roanoke Civic Center, also April 8th and 9th. Pulling comes to Erie, Pennsylvania, April 8th, 9th, and 10th in the Civic Center. The Pursuit of Power continues April 15th and 16th with a pull at Spencer Speedway in Tupelo, Mississippi. Then it's California, here we come, as the Redman TNT Series roars into Spartan Stadium at San Jose State University. 2 Power Pack sessions are on tap for San Jose, 8 p.m. Saturday, April 16th, and 2 p.m. Sunday, April 17th. The most powerful sport on earth then moves to the beautiful new Memphis Motorsports Park, April 29th and 30th, and May 1st. Then it's on to Raleigh, North Carolina, May 6th, 7th, and 8th for more Redman TNT pulling action.
Charlotte, North Carolina, as the bad boys of the sport are sitting across the arena. We look down the lineup, the 4-engine Irish Challenger, the All-Pro Auto Parts War Wagon, 1 to go, a turbine-powered vehicle, Mr. Budweiser, a triple-engine combination, the Fancy Farmer, the Dollar Devil, Mean Mistreater, the Sassy Massey. They're all here to do battle on the Redman Tour in Charlotte, North Carolina. First one will only use 3 engines for horsepower. He keeps a 4th engine on the tractor to make the 7,200-pound weight class. 1 engine, the left front, will not be hooked up. He is not allowed to run 4 engines at this weight class. 160-mile-an-hour wheel speed. Here we go. Dave Walsh out of Wisconsin. Special. What a shot. Let's give Walsh a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Look like the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. Dave Walsh doing his thing with the Irish Challenger. How about it, Charlotte? He belongs to you. He's your current national points leader, sponsored by All-Pro Auto Parts Store. He goes by the name of the War Wagon. He won the class last night. He's up in the point. But every one of those other tractors are going after him just like a street fighter. If they can put him away, they're going to do it. He knows it. He's got to lay down a super shot in his own hometown on the War Wagon All-Pro Auto Parts Special.
Full pull. Paul Norman and his All-Pro Auto Parts War Wagon.
How about it, Charlotte, North Carolina? He's looking awful good for you. Now, Gary Mills will be coming out in a moment. Mills is involved in farming. He also flies helicopters. That's why he went with the engine combination you're going to see. It's one of the turbine engines. All you fellas in Nam, this is the same type engine that used to power the Huey helicopters. He's converted it over to make about 2,000 horsepower in the pulling sport. Goes by the name of 1 to go.
The high whine of the jet turbine is a sound the fans identify instantly as 1 to go. No other tractor sounds quite like it, and certainly no other modified can match its special effects.
Down in the horsepower. He's ready for a shot. RPM to come up. He's watching the gauges roll off the throttle.
140 36.12 feet. That won't win Gary Mills any money tonight, but the fans here in Charlotte love him just the same. Next up, the king of beers, Mr. Budweiser. 3 Chrysler Hemi engines pushing 6,000 horsepower, turning the tire speed at up to 160 miles per hour. But can he hook up? He has to make a full pull just to stay in the action. The Irish Challenger and War Wagon already have full pulls. He beat the Irish Challenger last night, but the War Wagon put him away. Pull. John Powell has Mr. Budweiser into a pull-off with the Irish Challenger and the War Wagon. The Queen City is heating up tonight.
Elliott backs up right now. 3 full pulls in front of him. He is under pressure. He's got to make a full pull to stay in this thing. All the rest of the drivers know the same thing. The engines are called Millerton engines. They're basically Chrysler-type engines used in drag racing. Elliott switched them over, had a real good combination. Let's see what the Bluegrass Native can do.
So close, yet not quite enough. Less than a foot. The Fancy Farmer will not make the pull-off.
Pat Frills out of the Bluegrass State. Helmets up. He's ready for the next shot. The pressure on everybody. Everybody's taking it and running with it in Charlotte, North Carolina. Spots a sled all the way to the left side of the track. Hunting for the groove. As the Kentuckian gets ready to come out.
Wayne Sullivan with the Kentuckian. The last man to test the dirt. He has to take it all the way to the end just to prove he's as strong as Walsh, Norman, or Powell. He only placed 5th last night, and he's determined not to repeat that performance tonight. Taking his chances all the way to the left side of the track. Here he goes.
The final 4. It'll be Sullivan and the Kentuckian, Walsh with the Irish Challenger, Norman will be coming out with the All-Pro Auto Parts War Wagon, and John Powell with Mr. Budweiser. We're down to the final 4 in Charlotte, North Carolina on the Redman.
With 2,000 pounds added to the sled, Walsh will be the first to test it. Remember, the Irish Challenger has 4 engines, but he's only allowed to run 3 in this class, using the 4th as balance and weight.
Dave Walsh out of the cold country with the Irish Challenger. On him. I tell you, right there, you saw some heads-up driving. The throttle hung wide open on him. He hit the kill switch immediately and shut it off. Let's give Walsh a round of applause. He was doing some good thinking right there. Paul Norman, the War Wagon, sponsored by All-Pro Auto Parts Store. He spots a sled right in the middle of the track. Walsh came off the left side. Norman's going right up the middle. Do you believe in him? How about it? He's one of yours. Do you believe in the War Wagon? Let's get behind. He's doing a fine job for you. Let's see what's going to happen. What a shot by Norman. Worked the right side of the track to perfection. Your new leader right here out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I tell you what, they keep taking shots at you, and you keep staying on top of this thing. You think you're going to be a home run for the national championship this year, Paul?
We've been waiting all year to get back here in Charlotte. We've had a sensational year, and hopefully our luck will hold out here tonight. But John Powell's awful tough. He could take it.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to wait and see, because in the background, John Powell comes to life. Norman on top, Powell coming after him. Sullivan waits in the wings. Working off the left side of the track. That was not the place to go a minute ago. Norman ran out of the middle, came to the right. Powell lines up on the left. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve in order to go into the lead. Not gonna work. Paul Norman stays on top of the All-Pro Auto Parts Special. You just got to dodge one more bullet. John Powell just took a shot at you, fell a little bit short. Wayne Sullivan waits in the wings. What's going through your mind right now?
Sheer nervousness.
So it all narrows down to this. Either this tractor's going to win, or the All-Pro Auto Parts tractor of Norman's going to take the win. Here we go. The pressure's up. Sullivan knows he has his work cut out for him. He's been here before. Paul Norman knows Sullivan's been here before. It will not be over until the sled stops. A movie with a better ending. Hometown boy, your current national points leader, takes the win in Charlotte, North Carolina on the TNT Redman Tour.
Well, Army, it's always a pleasure. Like I said earlier, we've got a lot of family and friends here, people that have helped and supported us through the years. And everybody knows it's hard to win here at home. And luckily, we've done it twice. Pulling with Redman TNT this winter. The tractors run super. They've been super people to pull with. Just like to thank them all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Norman.